What's up, wild ones? Okay, so I've been trying to write all day, and the words are not flowing, and the world is fucking burning, and there's so much to say, and it feels like it feels like it will not fucking pour through, and I was trying to force it, and I was like, okay, no, and I was just like sitting there at the computer, like, no, we're gonna write this thing, and it's gonna happen, and it just wasn't. And at some point, you gotta surrender, you gotta just let it go, and you gotta be like, all right, well, I guess today is not my day. I am really sleepy. I am Benadrylled up. I am I'm in the desiring of sound. Is it sound? Like, this resonance of speaking to the medicine and coming back to it in such a way that it is like, right, it is the reverberation of soul of God through, for, and as me, right? I'm ready, and you know, things have been crazy and wild and all the things, and yet when we are moving through inertia, when we're moving through the quagmiric underworld of soul, of creativity, of feeling like we're lost in the wilds of the creative, and we're never going to find our way out, we can find it to be often, sometimes, maybe not, we can find that, like, that initial oomph, right, to be really fucking challenging. That momentum, right? We can feel like it's just like this elusive thing that we once had, and we've forgotten how to access it. We've forgotten how to access not only momentum, but flow and consciousness and God and creativity and the medicine that is us. And we can sometimes then try to force it because we're trying to get over that initial, like, oomph, right, where things just don't seem like they're supporting us, or that they're here for us, or that they're going to come through. And so then we can hem and haw, and we can doubt, and all of the things, right? All this to say, the doubt, all this to say, the longer that we hesitate, the more that doubt is going to creep in, the more it's going to feel like we don't know what to say, we don't know how to say it, we don't know if this is the time to say it, because again, the world is burning and all of the things. And how do we come back to that which we know is for us when we haven't been in the practice for whatever it is, health stuff, family stuff, life was just lifing, whatever it might be. And silence begets more silence. Oh my gosh, who did I see today? Someone posted, I believe it was one of the Palestinian, maybe journalists, attorneys, someone that I follow, and she was speaking to how, we've been saying, like, all along, like, the more of us that speak out in the face of an atrocity like genocide, the safer it is for all of us, right? And if only a few people are speaking out, then it can potentially be even more dangerous for those few. But the more of us that gather, the more of us that rally, the more of us that say the things that need to be said and that can't not be said, the safer it becomes for us all. And it really dropped into this silence of silence, right? And not necessarily that silence of, like, we are in the pause and we're in the stillness, but silence of we feel the calling to say the things, to evoke the things, to embody the things, to use our art, our magic for what it is to be used for, and yet we're not, right? And so that silence begets more silence, but not only within our own self, it begets more silence within the world, right? Because we are the world, and we are the world is us. And the more that we stifle our own voice, the more the world's voice is stifled, the universe's voice is stifled, God's voice is stifled, right? And the louder the horrors and those committing the horrors, the louder their voices become. And so if you've been wondering, like, how do I run a business of soul while the world is doing what it does, and what if I wait until it's over? But I invite you to also lean into, and if that's the truth for you, beautiful. And I invite you to lean into, and it's been going on. This atrocity, other atrocities have been going on for our entire lifetime. And so will we wait until all atrocities are done before we show up to that which God has placed in us, for us, through us, as us? Will we wait until everything is perfect and no one is suffering more than us, no one is suffering less than us, no one is suffering, everything is perfect? And then that's when we'll show up to the magic and the medicine that was born to our, born to us, God, art, pussy, soul, oracle soul. And we get to lean in and notice if we are taking that pause because that's what is for us, or if we're waiting because we are afraid, we are doubting that what we have to say will have any impact not for good, but like will have any we'll call it quote good, because I'm tired and I can't think of another word right now, but will have a good impact, or will it cause more harm, right? And we're worried and we're doubting, and just as silence begets more silence, so too does doubt. So the more that we sit in the doubt and don't move through it and metabolize it, or allow it to be metabolized for us, the more doubt will creep in, the more doubt we will begin to see the world through, like it will become our lens, and the more we'll stay silent. And then again, silence begets silence, and so then that's what we are pouring into the collective, is our silence. And I'm gonna tell you, the people that are out here doing all this fuckery, they're not being silent. They're not being silent. They're being loud. They're being proud with their atrocities, with their evil and their horrors. And we get to be heard. We get to say the things. And if you're, oh, but I don't know how, we will continue to stay in the I don't know how the longer that we allow ourselves to stay in the doubt. If you are here, if we are here, we are privileged. We are privileged. We are here. We are breathing. We are, trust me, I have a lot of trauma around the breath. Like, we are breathing. We are able to reach one another. We are able to be reached, and to be reached by our soul peeps, and to connect, and to foster that sense of belonging and hope, right? And so that is a fucking privilege. We have the agency to be in the autonomy, to be able to use our voice, our heart, our magic, our medicine, to create lasting impact in the collective, in all of the threads of the web that we weave, that we are woven into and as. And my voice is going, so we're gonna have to wrap this up. This is already way longer than I planned it on being. But we get to be in this resonance, in this reciprocity with the medicine and the magic of our soul, as we are with life itself, as we are with God, as we are with the world. And so this is an invitation to notice where you're doubting, and to notice where the doubt has almost become the norm for you. It's almost become like, oh, well, let me see how I can combat this doubt today. Let me see, what do I need to do? Let me study more things. Let me learn more things. Let me practice more things. But then it seems like the doubt just keeps on doubting, right? Like, it just keeps on going, and we get to really lean into, and what if I chose to step in, to lean in, to be the embodied evocation of the medicine that is me anyways, regardless of the doubt. No more waiting for the doubt to be gone, because that's one thing doubt will tell you, like, you need to wait until I'm gone, until the world is better, until you understand the exact way to say this. Am I saying this right now? No, of course not. I'm saying whatever is moving through me in this moment. This is the transmission for the now, and we get to be in that, and we get to choose that, and we get to allow that, and we get to lean into that, and we get to allow it to lean into us and to be made manifest as us. And so if you know that the calling and the fucking howling of the Most High has been placed on your heart to be evoked in this world for this moment, this world, this now, then the invitation then becomes, will you let it? Will you let yourself be that which you came here to be? Will you let yourself be used by God? I don't mean used in the sense, right? But like to be used, to be utilized, right, by God for that which you know you came here to remember and be revealed as and become. And we get to say yes. We get to say yes to that which we know is for us. We get to say yes to that which we know is us. And we get to say yes right now, right? Like right now, right now, right now. Okay. Is that it for today? There was so much more. There was so much more, but we're already past, like, how is this already over 10 minutes? Okay. Is there more? Yes. All right. You know that the thing, the medicine, the juice, right? You know it's for you. You know it's placed inside of you. And you know it's for the now. And sometimes when we have been so accustomed to waiting for whatever perfect conditions, whether that's in the world, whether that's in our own life, whatever it might be, that waiting has seemed like it was how things go. And we get to evoke something different. We get to evoke a new normal, right? Of the beyond, of that, beyond that which we have shown ourselves, beyond that which we have accessed up until this point, beyond that which we have remembered or perceived as okay or safe or accessible for us. And we get to move into the beyond. We get to move beyond the veil. We get to merge with that which is the veil as our new normal. And so if waiting has felt like it was just like, oh, this is how it is, and what if it wasn't? And what if there was something else for you? And what if that something else became the normal for you, right? And what if who you were, the identity, psyche, soul, everything that you are, merged with the you who already knows, who knows what to say, who knows what to write, who knows what to sculpt, who knows what to paint, who knows what to dance, right? Who knows the next step. You know, we don't have to see everything. We know it. We don't have to see it, right? We don't have to know it on a conscious humaning level. Our soul knows, God knows, as us we know. And so we can simply ask to be revealed into the next step, into the next step, into the next step, and to allow ourselves to say yes to it, to allow ourselves to become it, to allow ourselves to merge with it. And our business, like if you have our businesses provide us resources for our own self, right? You wanna live in all the things and the luxury and the whatever, like fuck yes, baby, yes, right? My ancestors like yes, like live into that shit. And it also allows us to have the resources to pour into the collective. And so if you are like you rocking, right, like you're sitting on whatever, right, you're a centimillionaire already, you've got, right, like you just, you've got millions and millions of liquid assets that you can pour into causes of helping the people who are being so horrifically oppressed in this world, of showing up, of putting boots on the ground, or whatever it is for you, of organizing, if that's your magic. Like you have the resource and you're like, yo, like I don't need to sell anything. I don't need to run my business the way I normally run it. I don't need to do any of that because I already have all of the resources, the time, money, energy, connections, relationships, whatever it might be. And you're like, yo, I'm gonna take a moment, maybe you're gonna put all your shit open for free, like all your books are gonna be free, all your programs are gonna be free, you're gonna have paintings for free, you're gonna, like, whatever it is, then like fuck yes, amazing, but still show up, right? In whatever way that might look for you, you still get to show up, right? You still get to message, you still get to be the outpouring of the divine as you. And if you are not in a space where you feel like, okay, I have just, millions just at the ready to pour in, time to pour in, and health to pour in, and all the things, or it just doesn't feel like you want to take a break from your business, but it feels like you should take a break because you're like, oh God, I can't possibly sell anything, then that's an invitation for you to lean in and look at where all these colonized constructs of what it has to be this and it has to be this and it has to be that, and otherwise we're all going to die, and otherwise you're going to die, and otherwise this and that, and to lean into, okay, so what am I actually being shown though, right? Not the should, not, oh, here's what you should do in the face of atrocity, because let me fucking tell you, these atrocities, obviously we're seeing shit that is unprecedented, right? And atrocities have been happening every fucking day that we've been on this planet thus far, right? And generations and generations and generations all the way back through, right? And so if we wait until all atrocities are done before we lean into the full expression of and the fucking leadership and the running of a business around, if that's what you're called to. I mean, if you're here with me, then almost certainly you are, right? Because I don't really, I mean, most of my peeps, right? Like, you know, you're here to say the fucking thing and say the damn thing and be the damn thing, and to have the resources and the wealth and the abundance and the joy and the prosperity and the pleasure and the love and the relationships and the health and all the things, right? Within that, and to express and embody and evoke as that, then we get to lean into, okay, and what am I being called to in this moment? And where am I stopping myself, right? Not what is happening in the world stopping me, but where am I stopping myself because I don't feel like I should say what needs to be said right now because of what's happening. Now, is there a way for us to lean into anti-oppression work even more? Fuck yes, every single day and twice on Sunday. Is there a way for us to lean in and to begin to speak to the atrocities in a way that maybe we haven't yet up until now? Yes, of course, and twice on Sunday. And it doesn't mean that we have to wait for conditions to be perfect to say the things that we know we are here to say. Yes. So if you're doubting, I invite you to look at how your doubt has simply been compounding, right? It is creating its own interest. Doubt begets more doubt, and so the more that we lean into the doubt, the more that we hesitate, the more that we wait, the more that we live into this construct of time. Oh, I have to wait more. It has to be more time between this and the time when I say the things. Then that is the invitation for us to pour that into the fucking cauldron. Mix that shit up, alchemize that shit, transmute it into the medicine, and say, okay, and what is it for the now? Today, like, you know me, first and foremost, I'm a writer. I'm also a speaker, messenger, muse, medicine walker, all the things, abolitionist, all the things, and writing, right? That's been the thing since I was a little kid. I mean, so is other stuff, but you know, writing. And today I was like, it's just not coming. It's like, it's legit not coming. Like I really gave it a good like 5 hours there. Like, I'm not saying I sat there for like 2 seconds. I gave it like 5 hours sitting, okay, walking around, listening to stuff, okay, let it go and just like be the merge and come into the breath, okay, and all the things. And still it was like, yeah, we're not like we're just not. And so finally I was like, and what if we just turned on the freaking camera, this is the camera being phone right now, and just let it pour through in this way. And so that's what we did. And so sometimes if you're in that waiting, you will continue wait. So notice when it's a pause, notice when you're called to rest, and then notice when you're waiting. Notice when the doubt has taken over and started to run amok behind the scenes, and when you get to say, okay, fuck that shit, enough is enough. What am I here to say today? Are you gonna mess it up? Maybe, right? We're all gonna mess up shit. Which is just part of the thing of this whole human experience. And if you know it's on your heart, if you know it's on your soul to be said, to be evoked through you, then you get to be the embodiment of that, right? You get to live into devotional ecstasy of that which you know is yours. Yes, okay. I can feel the voices just like la la da da da. Stop talking now. So I love you. The EAE waitlist is officially open. There will be more to come. I just can't even right now. But which is probably pretty weird to say because it's like the deepest portal I've ever offered in my entire life, up until this point at least. And I'm like, yeah, I can't right now. So maybe that's kind of weird, but that's where we are today. So melanated medicine kin, my soul refugees, if you know you are just like, fuck yes, it's time to go all in on the medicine of your soul. If you are the one that you've been waiting for, then I invite you to check out Erotic Abolitionism Experience, nikkakarli.com/experience. And if it's for you, then sign up for the waitlist. You can't enroll right now. The doors don't open until February 22nd, 222. But hop on the waitlist now. And yeah, tell me what comes through for you. I love you. Good God. Fucking all the things. Yeah, I see you. I love you. I'm here, as always. Here's to your untaming. Bye, wild ones.